Hi guys. Hi guys. Thank you for stopping by to share with Julie today. I hope you're having a fantabulous day today, guys. In this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about Candida. I did a video a couple days ago that I did not upload, and that was about vaginal discharge. I did not upload it because I realized when editing, part of the end was, the audio was gone. So maybe I'll upload it anyway, maybe I won't. But I figured I'll do this video specifically dealing with Candida, because that is something that a lot of women are dealing with, and it usually causes a lot of anguish and frustration, and some people are just at their wit end because they feel like they've tried everything and they're not getting any result. The first thing I will say is that when something like this manifests itself, like any kind of any health condition, as a matter of fact, it's usually in most instances as a result of toxicity, deficiency, or a combination of both of those. And where it concerns Candida, that it's no different. This is the case, and there are some things. First, I will note that have been directly contributed, that people have noted, or the information, the research has shown that some of these things directly impact the development of Candida. And one of those things is taking of oral contraceptives. Taking oral contraceptives, because that basically, you're messing with the body, you're messing with the mechanism of the body. The body is basically it's almost like in a state of perpetual false pregnancy, and anything that messes with the body and cause the hormone to be out of whack can create a problem. Some people, for example, they drink excessive alcohol. That's also a contributing factor. The high cheese, high milk, high dairy diet in general is an issue. High sugar diet, some people love they have the sweet tooth, and they just have to be eating all these things. So a lot of these things, they do contribute to the problem. And when you have the issue and you continue to eat these foods, oftentimes it just exacerbates the problem, and you may feel that why am I not getting relief? Because sometimes people are taking the medication that they get from the doctor, the antibiotics, and that only just makes things worse. And that is why people will take it, they'll feel a little bit better for a little bit of time, and then it comes back with a vengeance. And so that's something that you have to be aware of when you're dealing with Candida deficiency, toxicity. That's where your mind should focus. And a lot of people are iron deficient. They have iron deficiency anemia, and they usually find that they have Candida manifesting. And so some herbs that you may find that will help you, as one person commented in on one of the videos that I did, that the plantain helped them. And yes, the plantain can help, and many people use the plantain with good results for various types of things. And Candida issue is also one issue. You can use the plantain, you could use oak bark, bayberry bark also can help. Chamomile, lady's mantle, sage, powder arco, chaparral. These are some herbs that you can use to help. You can douche with these herbs. Some herbs you can use with combination, I will have a list on my blog so you can check those out, including some herbal formula that you can use, you can take internally, and also douche with these. And in addition to douching, or if you don't want to douche, maybe you could do stitch bath, and that's where you bathe in the herbal concoction. You make your herbal concoction and you sit in a bath. If you don't have a bath and you've got a big those big pans that you can hold in, if you can hold in it, you can make your herbal concoction and you pour it in. If you have a bath, you could put the herb in there and turn on the hot water, and you leave it and let it infuse for a while, let it get cool, and then you step in and you sit down and you just let that soak through you. And but I would always say, also had some infusion where you actually do it, where you cover it and just let it really infuse, and you can add that to the bath water also, and you use that. Another thing I would suggest, especially if you don't want to douche per se, is you could get tampons, but not just any tampons, because I don't really recommend the use of tampons. But you could get organic 100% natural tampons, and you can soak the tampons. For example, if you're using some plantain infusion or some oak bark, or a combination of different herbs that you'll be using to help you, and you could just put that in there, and you could insert that and let it stay for a while. You could insert the tampon, but please make sure that it's natural material. It doesn't have any dyes or chemical in it. There are some on the market that are actually good product, and they don't have any additives or chemicals added to them, or any bleaching agent or so forth. So look for those, and you could use those to, as I noted, you soak that in the decoction or infusion, and you can insert that and let that stay for a period of time. But just remember, always change the diet. And also Dr. Sebi's uterine wash, some women have reported really good success in using that also for issues such as Candida, and I'll put a link to that. I did a video on here with the main ingredients of the uterine wash. I'll put a link to that, and also to the information on my blog, so you can check that out also. But there is help, and some women, they go through year after year after year after year dealing with Candida issue, when it is something that can be cleared up quite quickly. Change the diet, get rid of those things out of the diet. You don't even have to change everything overnight, because I know it's not easy. I did not change everything overnight, and I know that many people will not change everything overnight. For me, it was a gradual. It was step, taking this out, and then another time just taking something else out and just take it out. Some people go full on in, but different stroke for different folks. But what I'm saying is that make a start the things that impact the most in terms of the diet, especially the dairy and the high sugar diet and so forth. Start eliminating those, or drastically reduce those from the diet. But the dairy, for one, I would say just cut it out, and so that is something that is worth considering. And anyway, guys, I will continue to add information on my blog, because as I noted, there are so many topics that I want to get into. It's just time permitting, and so always do check there for stuff I try to add new stuff every week in the form of pages or posts. So, you know, always search also. Anyway, guys, I hope you found this useful. Subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos, and don't forget, be the change you'd like to see in this world. Have a fantabulous day today. Ta-ta.